Hello guys, welcome back onto the channel. Hello Hari, nice to see you here. So let's hope that this live stream goes a little bit better than last week. Um, yeah, let me see what are the events that we get to do this week. I think that the only exclusive car, the only new car that's available this week is the Porsche Emery 356C. I don't think there are any other new cars. Yeah, it doesn't look like so. But anyways, as usual, let's start out by doing the first one. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you watching it while on the road. That's some real effort. I could never do that here. 4G here is not that great, so.
New winter events are up. New rewards coming your way if you complete them.
Let me know if the audio is good, if you can hear the game's audio, because on the last live stream, for some reason the audio was mute. I have no idea what was going on, but I think I fixed it, despite the fact that I didn't know what was going on. Just let me post on Twitter to let people know that I'm live. Okay, done. All right, so we have thing. We have a dirt racing series. Another one, dirt racing playground game we don't do. Street scene, nice. Another dirt racing. Yeah, it looks like this week's theme is dirt racing.
Around when it is safe to do so.
Anyways, let's fast travel here. Trucks.
Even though it's freezing out there, I'm pretty sure you'll have a lot of fun with this seasonal. Just make sure you wrap up warm.
So we have. Oh yeah, I have the Unimog, which is a great car for. Might as well use this one. Just check the audio. It's on. Difficult. Okay. Okay, so looks like we're good to go. I forgot how short the gears are on this truck. Oh! Let me restart. I don't like the Volvo either. It understeers a lot. Like the Mercedes truck, no, not the one that I'm using, the Unimog, the other one. It's actually a bit better, but yeah, it understeers a lot. I don't like it either. I just pulled away the camera a bit, just so that I can see a bit better. Don't normally go for this camera view. What the fuck? I don't normally go with this camera view, but for these bigger vehicles, I think it's better. I hope that we have some off-road sections, because this is where this truck shines. Holy crap, this truck doesn't turn. It just doesn't turn. I'm turning at full lock, but for some reason it's not turning. Yeah, that's where this truck shows its strength. We managed to make up a lot of ground over that section, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. I think if I push a bit harder over the asphalt section at the beginning of the race, we might be able to win this one with this truck. Otherwise, I'm just gonna try a different truck, like the DMB truck. Let me restart the race, give it another go. Yeah, the DMB truck is actually a lot better. But this Unimog is actually stronger in off-road sections, which is why I'm using it. But DMB truck might be better after all. Yeah, we're doing a lot better. Yeah, it doesn't turn. Yeah, you know what? I think this is a lost cause with this car. Let me try the Mercedes DMB truck. I think it might be a better option for these events. At least for this one in particular. What does it say new when I have already used? Oh yeah, I get it. We need to tune it to B class. My main one is in A class. But I think I do have a tune set up for it in B class. Let me just check. No, I actually deleted it. I'm gonna delete this one. Well, now let's go with this one. Oh crap, I didn't see the barrier. My god, the truck doesn't turn. I'm actually glad that I hit the barrier, otherwise I would probably go straight onto that tree. For the asphalt sections, yes, because it's actually better than the Unimog, but for the off-road sections, the Unimog is much better. I guess this is just one of those events where you have to rely on the RNG aspect, like the random numbers generator thing that randomizes stuff. Oh my god, that was awful. Let me back out again. That's actually true for most cross-country events. I haven't actually seen a whole lot of these in dirt racing events, but for cross-country events, the RNG plays like a huge role in whether or not you're gonna win races, especially at unbeatable difficulties. Let me give the Unimog a go. Like I remember that few months ago they had one of those off-road championships in one of these series events where they forced you to use one of those off-road buggies, and that was back when I was still recording guides, doing proper guides on these stuff. And holy crap, I remember that that event alone took me nearly 6 hours to be able to do. Because no matter what car I chose, what tune setup I chose, there was always this one car that would just pull away ridiculously. Like, they would be like 10 to 15 seconds ahead of me easily. And I don't know if that's the case here. I sure do hope not, because, well, I can't do a 6-hour live stream just on a single event. But yeah. Man, I'm in dead last. Oh my god, this car doesn't turn. Yeah, 10 seconds, I'm not lying. There was even a guy that commented on that video saying that I was lying, that I wasn't playing at unbeatable, that it was too difficult. And I get where he was coming from. But that's the problem when you only see the finished video and you don't see what goes behind the video. I literally spent nearly nearly 6 hours to record that guide because I kept losing. But after retrying many times, I got lucky. Look at what just happened here. You see how all of the trucks kind of got bunched up together? That's the RNG. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart because no way I'm gonna be able to keep up with them. So after restarting the event many times. I lost the count of how many times I had to redo the entire event from scratch. Then the RNG played in my favor, and I was able to get away from this OP car. And I have the feeling that this is another of those RNG, unfortunately. Which means that for the sake of the live stream, I might have to lower the difficulty a bit just to keep things going. Not that I have any problems with it, to be honest. I mean, I played at lower difficulty settings for the longest time. But once you start getting faster in the game, you start bumping up the difficulty just so that you have a bit more challenge. Otherwise, it gets boring pretty quickly. A moving cube is the perfect description for for this race. It's like a cube on wheels. Oh, don't mess me up. Oh my god, that's I think our best chance. If I manage to pull away, I'm gonna have to block this truck. Oh boy, it started to rain here. If not in the game, here in real life. And usually my internet gets messed up every time it rains, so I'm not sure. Well, if the stream gets cut out suddenly, then that's why. Yeah, I had to block the AI because there was no way I would be able to beat them on a straight line. Not with this truck. Let's see if the next events actually have more dirt segments rather than just asphalt. See here, yeah, this one, the vast majority is off-road, which is good. Let me just check something. Yeah, it started raining really hard here. Just want to see how my live stream is actually doing. Oh boy, thunder. I know a lot of people that don't enjoy winter events for some reason, but that's actually one of my favorite seasons in the game. full concentration for this one, and it's not paying off. Yeah, I think I might have to use the MB truck for this one. Stop braking. Oh crap. Yeah. This is a checkpoint. Yeah, I think I might have to use the MB truck for this one. There's this game that what are the cars for this season? I think the only one that's available in this season is the Porsche Emery 3560. Yeah, this is actually a much better car for this one. Not that I'm gonna win the race, but turn, man. Yeah, the Unimog is actually much better than the MB truck for off-road events. Like the first one that I did, it was actually way faster than the MB truck, but for tracks that require a lot more straight line speed for tracks that require a lot more straight line speed, the MB truck is actually a lot better. But regardless of which truck I use, none of them turn really well. What's my favorite car in the game? Man, that's tricky. I have so many favorite cars. I mean, if I'm analyzing from the perspective of cars that I love to own one day and they are in the game, that would be both the Nissan GTR, the R35, not the older ones, the most recent model, and the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. Those would be my two favorite. Now, if you're asking in the context of the game, like the cars that I love to drive, one of my favorites is the Porsche Carrera 911S. I really love that car. Both how he handles and also how he looks. keep forgetting that these trucks have a much shorter gear ratio, so I ended up revving the crap out of it. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have chipped down here. Yeah. So that was definitely the better choice for this event. Yeah, it definitely is. Like when I was recording the guides, like the proper guides, I always try to do these events using the exact same car because not a whole lot of people have all the cars. Like I mean, I have every single car in the game, but I cannot approach this from the perspective of someone who went ahead and collected every single car in the game. That's why I try to do it all in a single car. But some of these events are really tricky to go with the same car because some of the cars are just not well suited for certain types of tracks. So yeah. Oh crap. Have I seen the cars in the Forza shop yet? Not yet. Is there anything good there? I tend to buy duplicates from the Forza shop so that I can sell it off in the auction house. Last week wasn't that great. I mean, I'm also looking for a duplicate for the Huracan Performante that they released last week, but I don't see that being added to the Forza shop anytime soon. So yeah, you see, so this event, I think I might be better off. I might be better off choosing the Unimog. Oh, you haven't checked it yet. So let me see what I have in the Forza phone. So they have the Honda Civic CRX Mugen and the Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version. Yeah, nothing that I feel like buying duplicates for. Not that I have enough Forza points anyways. I spent most of mine buying the Rosian Q1 that they released I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, this event I think we might be better off using the Unimog. Might be quicker. I mean, I'm not sure if this Civic is sold in the auto show or if it's one of those cars where you can only get via the wheel spin. If that's one of the cars that you only get via the wheel spin, it might be a good idea to buy from the Forza shop. Otherwise, it might be cheaper to actually buy from the auto show. Like you get a lot more money than Forza points in this game. So yeah, I don't know. I know that there are a lot of cars in this game that are wheel spin exclusives. Oh man, I think the game crashed again. Since the last yeah, that's exactly how the last live stream ended. Let me just close the game and restart it. That's exactly how the last live stream ended. Excuse me. Oh yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. That explain why That explains why the car is in the Forzathon shop. Like some of these rare cars, the really expensive ones, it might be easier for you to try to find them in the auction house, cheaper actually, especially with this new system where the car prices are based on demand rather than actual values. So you might be able to find some cheaper ones there. I don't know. Oh please, I hope this song is not copyrighted, otherwise I'm screwed. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna have to cut this part of the video before it goes up on the channel. For some reason, when you set the streamer mode to on, it resets back to off every time you close the game. So that's something that I wish that Playground Games fixed in the near future. Like make the options tick. Do not have it reverting back to default. Yeah, some of these that you mentioned, the Rimac C2 and the McLaren 720S Spider,
Welcome back, Leonardo.
these might get you a lot of money in the auction house. Like I don't have anything else to spend my money on in this game, so part of the fun to me when it comes to money is just buying duplicates whenever I think that they're gonna go for a lot in the auction house and just flip them. That's pretty much what I do. That's why I have nearly 330 300. How do I say this number in English? 330 million credits. Yeah. Like the Rimac C2, I barely driven in the game. I think it's a really bad car for online, at least. But the 720S is pretty good. Yeah, my native language is Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese. I'm from Brazil. So sometimes my English gets messed up. Oh man, this car feels so much better in off-road sections over the DMB truck. Look at how quick I can take this corner. Oh crap! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I went too quick over there. Yeah, but on the other hand, this car loses a lot on the asphalt. Look at that. Have I tried out the acceleration on a Rimac C2? Has like 1900 horsepower. Yeah, it's it's ridiculous the acceleration on the car. But I mean, I judge a lot of the cars by the online component of the game because that's where I put the most time into the game. And even when you use a good tune setup, quote unquote good tune setup on that remote, it's still not competitive online. It's really tricky to control that car. But yeah, the acceleration is bonkers. I think it might be one of the faster cars off the line. Okay, this is my last chance to get ahead of these two trucks. Yes. Yeah, the Rimac is definitely not a car to take online. It's a car. I think it's a good car for people who are into drag racing. This might be a good car for that, but for racing in general, it's not that good. Oh, hey Carl, nice to see you back. Yeah, I'm trying to get the Emery Porsche. I'm kind of curious to see if this Porsche is actually any good online. Like the Lamborghini Huracan Performante of last week turned out to be pretty good, but I don't know about this Porsche. Maybe an A class. I don't know. Okay, this event was actually quite a lot of work to figure out. Let's see. Set camera. Okay,
So,
C
even though it's
class.
freezing out there,
What
we've
do I
still
have
got
in
loads
C
of people
class?
braving the weather to watch this seasonal. I don't suppose that has anything to do with you, does it?
Okay, so this is a dirt event. Oh, I know. I thought, yeah, I know that I have a good tune set up for this Legacy RS, the Subaru, but it's in B class actually, not C class. Let's try this Ford Escort RS Turbo. I don't even know if that's properly tuned for dirt racing events, but yeah. Looks like it is after all, which is good news. Yeah, man. I agreed. Like, I know that a lot of people play this series events in general. Like, I play because I enjoy the game despite all of the things that I think are wrong with the game. I do enjoy Forza Horizon 4. But I assume that there are a lot of people that don't really play the series event or aren't even aware of what cars are available through each series event. So a lot of people are gonna actually miss out on these cars. I think it would be a better idea if they just released Toyota Car Pack, either paid or free. I don't know. Like they have given us enough free stuff that I think they could justify a paid pack at this point to support the development of the game. Like it's not like they have unlimited funds to support the game indefinitely, but yeah. Like I really like when they released the Mitsubishi car pack because it gave me a lot of cars to try as soon as the pack came out. And when they release like these cars in a staggered manner, um, it's like if the car is good, you have some stuff to play around with. But if it's not good, then you have like a void for a week. Oh yeah, like Alexa's car pack would be awesome. The Alexa's LFA, I think, it's one of my favorite Alexas. I also love the RCF. Actually, I think the RCF looks cooler than the LFA. Now that you mentioned it, I didn't realize yet the Lexus is not in the game, right? I didn't really realize that it wasn't in the game until now. I think for one of the next week, yeah, the next week event, I think we're gonna be able to get the Toyota Trueno or not. Maybe we have already gotten it and I didn't notice it, which is a likely possibility. Oh yeah, the AE86. I still need to pull up that photo that I talked about in one of the past live streams because back when I moved to Japan, there was an abandoned AE86 right in the garage, right in front of my window. I don't know who left it there, but it was there, and it stayed there for like nearly 2 years until the real estate agency uh, sold it away. Do I think Motorsport 8's coming this year? Well, I would assume that it's gonna be a launch game for the Xbox Series X. But I don't know. The developers, I think last year they said that they would be developing the game alongside the community, and I don't know if they meant that there would be alpha testing phases or just beta testing phases. If it's beta testing phases, I think it's likely that it's going to come out this year along with the Xbox Series X. But if they release an alpha test later this year, then I'm not sure. I would assume that at this point they should be pretty far into the development of the game if they want to release it in time. I just hope that it doesn't turn out to be like Forza Motorsport 5, where they had to rush to get the game done um, for the launch of the Xbox One. And I don't know if it's gonna have the same impact because Microsoft said that there would be no Series X exclusives, like they would be playable in the Xbox One and the PC, so there's that as well. I don't think there's a need for the game to launch with the Xbox Series X if that's going to be the case. Yeah, but I think that the Motorsport 7 was rushed in a different way. Like the Forza Motorsport 5, we felt rushed because of the lack of content. And not that the game. This is something that I have problem with whenever someone says, "Oh, the game doesn't have enough content." I particularly enjoy games more when they release with just a few cars and a few tracks because that gives me enough time to actually play with each of the cars in each of the tracks and get to know the cars a little bit better. Like Drive Club launched with just a few cars, just a few tracks. And by the time the first DLC pack, the free DLC pack, came out, I was very familiar with every single car in the game. I knew where it was strong at, I knew where it was weak at. And when games release with like 600-700 cars from the get-go, like I play a lot of Forza Horizon. Like Forza Horizon 3, I have over 800 hours into the game, and the fourth one, the one that I'm currently playing, I have over 700 hours played so far. The problem is that even playing this much, I haven't actually driven every single car in the game. There are tons of cars in Forza Horizon 3 that I've never touched. So I don't have a problem when games release with fewer cars. But if you compare to what Forza Motorsport games usually have to offer at launch, Forza Motorsport 5 felt rushed because it launched, I think, with 150 cars. That's a lot less cars than they usually release with, they usually launch with. So that's where I feel that the game was rushed. Now, Forza Motorsport 7 felt rushed to me in the sense of lack of polish. Like the game came out really buggy, and I got it at launch. I remember a lot of the bugs that were present in the game at launch, especially when it came to the online component of it. It was really bad. Man, Drive Club to me is the best racing game of the generation. Period. There is no game that came close to what that game did for the racing game community as a whole. Like post-launch support, graphics, sound, and I'm not even a sound guy, to be honest. I don't care about sound all that much. But sound was amazing. Environments were amazing. The cars were easy to drive but difficult to master. I love the game, man. I have something planned for March. March is gonna be the last month that the game servers are gonna be online. I still need to double check the date, but I think Sony's gonna turn off the servers. I think on the last day of March. I have something planned for it. But yeah, keep an eye on the channel because there's gonna be a lot of stuff on Drive Club over throughout the entire month of March. I'm sad that the game like died the way it did. Man, I I love all of the tracks in that game, but I think if I were to pick like my top three, those would be Japan, Canada, especially Cayush Point in Canada. I love the track, and probably Norway. Those would be my top three tracks in that game. Do you still have the game? Do you play it, Carl? Because I'm one of the things that I'm planning for March. I might need your help and the help of the community. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that when we're closer to when I actually intend to do that. But yeah, yeah, it's an underrated game, man. And I've never seen a community so close together, um, so close together like the one that we had in Drive Club. Like, man, that game was it was awesome. Hey, Minecraft. Okay,
There's a
good to know.
lot of
So
people
you
coming
might
to
want
watch
to
this
keep an
winter
eye on the
seasonal, you
channel
know.
because I'm
Don't
gonna
give
be
them a show.
announcing something really soon that I might need the help of the community uh, for what I want to do in the channel. So yeah, keep an eye out on the channel. I'm gonna be talking a little bit about that later. Oh, I see. You follow other people's video. Yeah, but yeah, it was a great game. I can only imagine if the game was still alive today. Like at the pace that the developers were going with the development of the game, kind of wonder if at this point, man, I can even imagine how far the developers would have taken the game. To be honest, they were always looking for things to optimize in that game. And I imagine how awesome it would be to have a proper PS4 Pro support on that. Like, I don't even care that the game doesn't run at 60 frames per second. I don't usually think this is a requirement for racing games as long as the games are solid and Drive Club was at 30 FPS. I think I'm fine. I would very much prefer in that case that they improved even more the graphics, added 4K support and HDR and stuff like that. Holy crap, I just realized that there's a car really far ahead. Oh, hello, RNG. What the hell kind of car is that? Yeah, luckily he messed up, but yeah, I was lucky that the AI messed up over that section. Yeah, lucky. It's still RNG. It doesn't change that. Oh, don't push me. Oh, crap. Oh! Man, I thought I was gonna go off track. Yeah, that's another thing that I didn't like in Forza 7. Like Gran Turismo Sport, on the other hand, gets me like I haven't played the GT Sport online like regularly in a long time. Like I might play like once here, then another time like a few weeks later, then another month, and that's that. But I get really excited about all the new content that Polyphony Digital has been adding to the game. It kind of gets that monthly excitement, like what cars are they going to be releasing next month, what tracks are they going to be releasing next month, and I didn't have that with Forza Motorsport 7. They didn't add anything to the game aside from cars. And as I said in past live streams, I'm more of a track guy. I prefer tracks over cars, so I didn't have the sense of excitement with Forza Motorsport 7. That's something that I really think that they need to address in Forza Motorsport 8, because I remember as clear as day that until a few years ago, Forza Motorsport was the reference for a lot of the things that people have been praising GT Sport about. Like people would praise the sounds in Forza Motorsport, like in back when Forza Motorsport 3 was the current game in the franchise. A lot of people used to use that as some sort of benchmark for sound quality, physics. A lot of people praise the physics. I remember that, and I also remember that people loved the game in general. But then GT Sport came along, and man, they wiped the floor with Forza, man. I prefer Forza over Gran Turismo, but I gotta give it to GT Sport. GT Sport, when nobody suspected, they just came up and did a lot of cool stuff for the game, for the racing community. And one of the things that they did that was amazing for the racing community is the constant flow of content that they've been releasing for free, mind you, which is one of the things that I really don't understand when people complain about GT Sport. People would just say, "Oh, this track is bad, this car is bad." But man, you're getting that for free, so please just take it and shut up. Like there are a lot of tracks that they release that I don't like. There are a lot of cars that they release in GT Sport that I don't like, but complaining about free content is something that I don't do. But yeah, I really think that Forza Motorsport needs to do something about that, like the constant flow of content. They really need, for the next game, they really need to constantly be adding new tracks, new cars, so that they can keep the community engaged. And most importantly, I really think that they should do something about the online component, because from a quality perspective, it sucks, especially when you compare it to GT Sport. Oh man, adding SUVs, any sort of big car, truck, rallycross car. Like in GT Sport, you understand why there are your Ford Raptors. You understand if they ever add a truck there because you have the off-road tracks, like the Sardinia tracks. In Forza Motorsport, it doesn't make sense because that game doesn't have off-road tracks. Like I get that why they add this stuff to Forza Horizon, it makes sense even though I'm not into this type of cars myself, it makes sense that they add this type of cars, but Forza Motorsport makes zero sense. How to get 270 miles per hour on the speed trap. I'm gonna get to that, I think, next. I think that's the next thing that I'm gonna be doing. Let me see if I have anything else left to do as far as championships go. That's usually how I do in the live streams. I do the events first, then I do the PR stunts, and then I move on to the trial. How did I make so much money? By playing the game, pretty much. This is not one of those hacked accounts. I hate that. Basically, I play the game a lot. Like, let me check my stats here. Just a second. So I have 341 hours driven, but that's not actually the time I played because I played this game for over 700 hours at this point. And the way that I made money is pretty much playing the game and actually selling a lot of stuff on the auction house, like duplicates I would sell off in the auction house. And whenever I have a chance, I buy cars, expensive cars, rare cars from the Forzathon shop. Then I flip them off. Then I flip them in the auction house for a lot of money. That's pretty much how I did it. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, we're gonna doing the PR stunt. Okay, I'm gonna start off here. Like there were some cars that I sold in the auction house back before they implemented the new system where they limit how much you can sell the cars for based on demand. On the old system, I sold a few cars, quite a few cars actually, for as much as 20 million credit per car, because I was lucky to get some duplicates for some of the most expensive cars. Now these days it's pretty difficult to sell cars for this much because it's based on demand. Like if you get some, like I think I said in one of the past live streams, I sold I think one or two or maybe three Subarus, like one of those average Subarus, but they happen to be a rare car. I sold each for, and how much did I sell them for? I don't remember, but it was a millions, in the millions. And
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
oh crap. But the problem is that not a whole lot of people are willing to dish out as much money for those cars these days.
At the roundabout, take
And
the fourth exit.
if there aren't enough people looking for the cars that you're selling, they're not going to be able to raise the price a whole lot.
In 400 meters, turn right.
5 million for a Hummer, yeah. But yeah, that's something that I don't do though. Like I could get a lot more money if I sold these brand new cars. But I like collecting cars so that I have new stuff to drive when I get bored of the cars that I've already driven. So I don't usually sell cars unless I have duplicates for it. Yeah, like if someone put up in the auction house the Lamborghini Performante Huracan, which by the way, I'm looking for a duplicate. If someone is willing to sell, I'm willing to pay max buyout price for that. But if you put up a Lamborghini Huracan Performante in the auction house, you're probably gonna get a ton of money for that easily. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Well, if you're willing to sell, let me know when it's up. You set the price, I'll buy it. Doesn't matter how much you're gonna set the price to.
At your destination.
Okay, one more out of the way. And we unlocked the Porsche. Nice. Just let me know if you put up the Lamborghini Huracan Performante up in the auction house. Let me know your gamer tag so that I can look. No, you would not be able to set the car for this much. The game doesn't allow you to. But I mean, if it did, I would be willing to pay 100 million. I don't have anything else. Oh crap! I have to get rid of some duplicates in my garage. I tend to get rid of duplicates that don't go for a lot in the auction house. Like this Quadrifoglio, it doesn't sell for a whole lot, so I'm gonna get rid of it. But the more expensive cars, I sell them off in the auction house. Oh, I have a duplicate of this one. I'm gonna hold on to this one. Okay, the M5 I have 2. I think that this Buick might be going for a lot in the Caterham doesn't go for too much. That's insane. That doesn't usually that's not usually how it works with the auction house. Just because a car is sold in the auto show for 10 million or is worth 10 million in the game doesn't mean that you're going to be able to set it to 10 million credits. In the current system, it's based on demand. So if there are a lot of people looking for the exact same car that you're willing to sell, then chances are you're going to be able to sell it for a lot of money. Yeah, that's what I was saying. And the other way around is actually true. Like there are cars that are valued in like 130,000 credits that you're going to be able to sell for like 3 or 4 million in the auction house, especially so when there are a lot of people looking for that car. I thought I had done this one already, didn't I? Oh, wait. Oh, I don't think there was enough though. Let me just start out. I thought I had done the first one. That's why I skipped over to the second one.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Arrived at your destination.
Yeah, one of the best options for this one is the Koenigsegg Agera RS with the Don Juan Song tune setup. It's one of the best cars for speed-based PR stunts that I know of, at least. I'm sure that there are other cars that are good as well. Let me see. I'm gonna use the one that Hadi recommended. I think I'm gonna use the Unicorn, the Hoonigan Ford Escort for this one. Okay. Why did I choose? Oh my god. Yeah, the Ford RS200. Yeah, oh, that was awful.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, I want to know why the hell didn't count. There's this weird thing that sometimes you go over jumps on dangerous signs and the game doesn't register the jump. I thought they had already fixed it, but apparently not.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, nice. I got a new personal best as well. Okay, so I did everything that I have to do now. I think the only thing that's left is the trial, the cancer of the game. Let me see. So A class. Yeah, I still don't know which car to pick up for the trial. I'm just about getting started. So the speed zone, you can use the same Koenigsegg Agera RS that I was using for everything that was speed related. That's one of the best cars. And the tune setup, let me just type it on the chat so you know. Uh, give me a second. Yeah, so the car that I was using for speed zones. Oh yeah, you don't have the DLC. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, let me see something. I forgot that the Koenigsegg is actually a DLC car. Let me see what some of my favorite cars are. You could try the Ferrari F40 Competizione with NELEC 28 tune setup. That's one of the quickest tune setup um, for this car. Not the most stable, but one of the quickest. You could also go with the what else? If you played last week season series events, you might do that in the Huracan Performante as well. The McLaren F1 GT doesn't reach 400. Yeah, tune it up to maybe X class. Yeah, good shout. The Moslers are also good, but I think that the Mosler was one of the series event rewards. So um, yeah, just look up for tune setups that are speed based. Probably in X class, they might be the best ones for this. That it's guaranteed that you're gonna get past the required speed for the speed zone. I don't have a recommendation outside of the Koenigsegg RS to be honest. Okay, so we have to choose one of the Porsches for this dirt racing event. I have. Okay, so this one I will have to downgrade to B class, which may not be a good idea. I could also. I could also. Hmm. Oh, yeah, if the muscles are going for cheap on the auction house, that might be a good opportunity to get it. Okay, the Emery, I don't think it's listed under Porsche. Is it? Because I didn't see it. Oh no, it's here. I mean, it's a new car. I wonder if there are any good tune setups for it already. Well, let me see. It might be a good opportunity to test the car out. Holy crap! There are a lot of tune setups already. Let me limit down to B class. Speedy road, B road. I wonder if we can take that rally Porsche, tune it down to B class. Like, I mean, some cars are actually pretty good when you tune them down rather than up. Some cars turn out to be really awful. Yeah, I actually. I mean, let me look for any tunes. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh crap! I actually need them in A class, not B class. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so let me see if I find something good here. You know what? I'm gonna try Papichulo Angel's tune setup for this one because I really like his off-road tune setups for the Opel Menta 400. Excuse me. I thought that wall was breakable. Crap, I clicked away from the game. Thanks, man. Let's see how well this car does. I thought for a second of going with the 944 turbo, but Yeah, there are a lot of different cars. I'm the only one using this rally car. This can either be good or bad, depending on how knowledgeable these people are when it comes to cars in this game. Holy crap, this is a very good tune setup for snow. Like, I'm driving in the snow, but it feels like I'm driving a grippy car in the asphalt. Oh crap! Oh boy, let me reset the car position. Oh my god, that was so bad. Let me see if I can overtake this AI car again. Yeah, the only thing you need to be careful with this tune setup is not throwing the car around too much. But if you take corners carefully, it's gonna reward you very easily. Yeah, in the asphalt, it's not that great though. Okay, first one out of the way. I thought I was gone there, man. I thought that when I missed the checkpoint, that would be it. I'm glad it wasn't. It looks like I got a solid team as well. Not like those people that just sit around by the starting line and doesn't really help the team winning the races. So yeah. Does anybody know whether these trial events are either 3 or 4 events in total, or is it 3? Some of the past ones were actually 4. I think I can check that myself actually. In the when it shows up when it shows the card with the car names, the people that are in the lobby. Let's see. I see. Yeah. So this is actually a three race event. Sorry, Franco, I didn't see your message. For some reason, YouTube flagged it. I realize that you're not watching the live stream anymore, but uh, thank you for the subscription, and thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you on the next one. Sometimes YouTube flags comments, and I just noticed after a while. For some reason, there was nothing wrong with this comment. For off-road events and dirt racing events, I have to concentrate a whole lot more than I need when I'm racing, like road racing events and street racing. I don't know why, but I tend to make a lot more mistakes when I'm racing off-road and dirt racing. Well, I think I missed checkpoint. Did I? Oof. I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, let me just unflag Franco FN message. Yeah, I have no idea why he flagged it, but let me see if there are any other messages that were flagged in the chat. No, that was the only one. We need to get a win over the next race, otherwise I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing over again. What? Did we win? Maybe I write it wrong. I'm fine with it though. That's a twisty track. If it's fluffy snow, then we should be fine. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, it was fluffy. It is fluffy snow, so we're good. I just need to sort out my shifting because I'm all over the place. And brake. Take that corner a bit quicker. Oh, for a second there I thought I missed the checkpoint. And look how beautiful this game looks, man. I love the winter season. Gonna be too deep over there, but not a big deal. Oh, I think I'm behind. No, I didn't. Yeah, I think I need to map the e-brake button somewhere else in the controller. It's kind of difficult to press the e-brake while you're actually trying to brake a car. Thanks, man. That was mostly the tuning setup, to be honest. The tuning setup in this car. I mean, that's a tune setup that I recommend that you use for this event. It's by Papi Chulo Angels. If you back a little bit on the live stream, you're gonna see exactly how to spell his name. But if you're driving in fluffy snow, man, then you're in heaven. Like it's gonna grip like you're driving a very grippy car on asphalt. But don't throw the car around too much because it tends to slide a little bit, especially so when you're on the asphalt with like those that very thin layer of snow. It's not gonna respond that well. But if you're driving carefully, you should be good. And most of the tracks in these events are actually take place on fluffy snow, so should be able to make up a lot of ground over the other cars in the AI. Now, I just want to check something before I wrap up the live stream. We're reaching the end of the live stream. We've done all of the events. I just want to check the new Porsche. Let me see. I think I saw a speed tune setup for it. Oh, Nelek is at it again. Don't you want some also is on it. Monster Rally. That's an interesting. Winter. Let me favorite this tune because I want to try it later. Okay, so I'm gonna test a few tune setups on this video. Of course, I'm gonna test the one. If I think that this car is any good, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna do a video on it and bring it later in the week or maybe early next week. I'll see. I still have to do the video where I take the Lamborghini Huracan Performante online. Yeah. Let me go with this Nalek one. Take it around the Colossus. Let me see what perks this car has. If it has any money. No, it doesn't. Oh, we have a bunch of wheel spins. So let's spin them. Have to. I need to. I wish there was some sort of feature that allowed you to reveal duplicates in your garage, just so that you don't have to manually do it. That would be something really cool. They added. I have 3. Are they the same car? Yeah, looks like so. If it isn't, I'll buy it. I'll buy it back later. Monaro EXR. I have 2 of those. I think that should be enough to allow us to do the super wheel spins. Oh man, if the last 2 rows went up just 1 spot, I would be like 2 million richer in the game. But yeah. So let's take this car for a spin around Colossus and see how well it does. Of course, I'm gonna do this in a custom event in the summer because that's the best way that you can test the full capabilities of a car. Of course, if it's not specifically tuned for rain or snow. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, it doesn't feel quick off the line. Maybe this is a car better well suited for snow, like one of the tune setups that I saw when I was browsing the marketplace. Oh. Yeah, this is definitely not a car that's competitive online in A-class. Yeah, top speed wise doesn't seem to be that good either because I have other A-class cars that get pretty close to 300 kilometers per hour. So, yeah. Yeah, the AI is not that far back as it should on a quick car around this track. Could have gone. I could have gotten on the gas a lot earlier there. Didn't maximize that corner. Yeah, that's a pretty slow car. I know that in A class around the Colossus, for a car to be considered fast, you need to do like 530s. That's like the average that you need to be sitting in order for the car to be actually competitive online. Anything that goes above that is gonna have a hard time um, winning races online. So yeah, this car is definitely not well suited for A class, but I'm gonna be testing it out in rain and snow and other classes and see how well it does. I don't have high hopes for it though, but who knows? Maybe it could be a real surprise. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the live stream here. I really appreciate those who stuck around, those who tuned in the live stream. I've been reading, enjoying. I've been reading, reading the new verb. I've been really enjoying doing these live streams. I'm having tons of fun doing it, interacting with you guys while I play the game. So I hope to do more of these soon. Not only related to series events, but I'm planning on doing something like playing the game online and playing other games as well, like I talked a little bit about on my channel update video that I uploaded on the first week of January. That's it. Thank you guys for tuning in, for following me on YouTube. If you don't follow me on YouTube, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I upload. Follow me on Twitter as well, because I'm posting a lot of stuff over that as well, and that's another way to interact with me. And catch you guys on the next one. Bye.